Hey, what's going on people? Hope you're all doing good. In today's video, I will explain how to properly mark external and internal structures, which is one of the most common reasons why a lot of traders still get stopped out, simply because they don't even know how to correctly mark those structures. Well, in today's lesson, I will explain everything from the scratch. Let's get straight into the video. Alright, so let's clarify first. How can we mark, or how can we actually identify which one is external and which one is internal? Okay, so pay attention. What is external structure? External structure, it is simply when you got a high, for example, this high, yeah, which goes breakout and made lower low. Okay, so that high automatically will turn to external. The same right here, pay attention, we've got high, which made a breakout, and we've got lower low. Okay, so that high will turn to external high. The same right here, high, made a low over here, was this breakout, and that will turn to external. Okay, how about internal? Internal, when you got a simply range between external low or external high. Okay, so we can clearly see right here, we've got breakout, and that breakout been caused by this low over here. Okay, so that low caused the breakout and made a higher high. Okay, so pay attention, following structure over here, okay, start to pull back, and a lot of traders make mistake right here thinking this is the breakout, but this is not an actual breakout. Why? Simply because you've got external high over here, which is a strong low. Okay, so they mark that as a breakout. They can consider that one as a liquidity and that one as a order block or ICT or something like that, and most probably they will get stopped out here. Okay, 99.9%. Why? Simply because they can't see the structure properly. Okay, so that's not your breakout. This is not your order block over here, and don't consider this one as a liquidity. In fact, yeah, the liquidity is important, but we don't use liquidity concept in support and resistance. Okay, so liquidity is just the money that moves the market forward and backward. I do understand. So liquidity is basically main fuel. However, when you trade support and resistance based on a current market price, you don't have to focus to liquidity concept itself. That's my personal opinion, which I don't even use that concept at all. Okay, so I don't trade liquidity at all. So that's what I can say for sure. Okay, so that's not your breakout. That's not your breakout over here. This is not the breakout. And this is not the breakout as well. This is entire range belongs to internal structure itself. Okay, let's have a look at a real chart. All right, so this is gold 15-minute charts. I want you to pay attention to clear structure. Okay, so let's start from here. For example, pay attention, we had high, which made this low over here. Okay, so that high automatically will turn to external. Pull back, lower low. Okay, so pay attention, we've got high, which made the low. All right, but do we have a breakout? No, we don't. So that low can't be external. Okay, so we've got breakout of this external high. Can we call that as a external low? Yes. Why? Simply because that low actually caused the breakout for that external high over here. All right, so pay attention. We've got high, low. So which high actually caused the breakout? Look at that. Which high caused the breakout for this low? A lot of traders, they mark this high. But this high could only drop the price all the way down till here. We've got following up bullish candle. So that one will be considered high, which caused the lower low. And that will automatically will be your external high over here. Even so, you might see some sort of breakout right here. But if you check H1 from this point, you can clearly see bearish engulfing over here, which is why operation of time frames is really important. Okay, the same right here, look at that. If we have a look H1, because H1 got different structures, okay, we've got high, which made this low, and that high will turn automatically to external high. Pull back, another low, which is external. Pull back, going all the way down. Okay, so this is external structure. Pay attention, we're gonna go one more time to lower time frame. Over here, for example. So we've got, let's say this is high, low, high, low. We've got this one is the last high and low. Okay, so pay attention, I've got my last external high over here, which I'm gonna mark right here. Okay, so, and this price action over here, this entire price action over here will be purely internal. All right, so you might think, let's say this is the breakout, okay, and or you might consider that one as a, let's say, order block. Okay, so you might consider that one as a liquidity and that one is the order block. So you might mark this one as a breakout, okay, and you want to buy here. But obviously you're gonna get stopped out. Why? Simply because you didn't mark the structure properly. All right, so let's have a look 5-minute time frame. The 5 minute. Here we are, beautiful. Pay attention. We've got last high over here, which goes this low, okay, and after that we can clearly see this sort of structure. So what's that? This is all purely internal. Okay, so what's really important to mark the external and internal structures, a lot of traders, they actually mark it as a breakout when they actually see the wick of the candle. Okay, so say for example, they consider that one, they mark the breakout based on the body close, and they mark it like that. Okay, you might think this is the breakout. Okay, once you had a breakout, you need to have, let's say, a liquidity. Okay, so you might mark this one as a first liquidity. Okay, you might think this is liquidity, and this is FVG, BMG, BMW, AMG, or something like that. Okay, and you mark this one as an order block, and you just got stopped out. Why? Simply because you have to understand this is your last high, which goes this low, and everything here is purely internal. So once price reached, pay attention, once price reached M15 external high, we've got the first breakout. But what sort of breakout is that? So just because we've got the breakout over here, can we also count that as an external high? No. Why? Simply because this one is purely internal. Bear in your mind. All right, and look, how do you actually mark the breakout? A lot of traders, they making mistakes by marking this one as a breakout. Okay, that's not the breakout. Why? This is purely rejection. If you watched my first video about OHLC type support and resistance, remind me, what's that? This is purely support, and that's the rejection coming from that support. That's not the breakout. Just because if you ever mark that as a breakout, yeah, say for example you mark that as a breakout, so you want to sell over here, let's say you want to sell over here based on this order block or demand zone or whatever you want to call, okay, and you got stopped out. So why you got stopped out? Because you just thought that this candle made a breakout for this bullish support over here. Okay, that's not the breakout. This is purely rejection. Bear in your mind. So you've got the rejection from that support. You can clearly see price rejected from that support and you still want to sell over here, which is biggest mistake. Okay, let's have a look at another example. Pay attention right here. We've got massive consolidation over here. Okay, and one of the most important part, when you got such a massive consolidation, you have to identify your external structures from higher time frame. Okay, so look at that. We've got low, high, low, higher high, and we've got the breakout. Okay, so pay attention. We've got the breakout. We had that one as a resistance, but we've got the breakout of this resistance right here. So which low caused this breakout? Obviously, it's this low. So that low will be automatically your external low, bear in your mind. And what was the reason the price made the breakout for this resistance at the first place? The reason will be on a lower time frame. So the lower time frame structure, if you have a look over here, let's say 5 minutes. Yeah, pay attention. On the 5 minutes, you can clearly see, look, you've got high, low, high, and last low. So you got first breakout. Breakout on a lower time frame indicates that bearish direction has just shifted to bullish. And how can you identify that? By just have a look to the charts and you can clearly see this sort of breakout right here. And pay attention, look, that one is not the breakout. This entire bullish candle has to break, has to close above the last previous high. So once you confirmed, price closed actually above this external high over here. So you can tell, all right, so I actually got the bullish direction on a 5 minute time frame. What we're going to do, we're going to go to higher time frame and we want to confirm that. So on the higher time frame, pay attention. M5 and M15 has shifted together. Okay, and price, look, the low which caused this breakout is this low. So M5 and M15, two time frames has shifted from bearish to bullish. What we're going to do, we're going to shift to H1 and we're going to identify our next external high. And pay attention, next external high will be right here, not this high. Why? Simply because if you watch my previous video about OHLC, we can clearly see price couldn't close below this support over here. And why that support? Because we've got simply open and low of bullish candle as a support and price couldn't close below that support. So what's your target? The target will be this external high over here. And why that's external? Simply because that high made the breakout for this external low over here. Because that was your last low which goes this high and price pulled back into this external low which was a strong support. We've got reaction over here. If you check lower time frame, on the lower time frame, the reason will be another external high over here. Pay attention. This is M15 time frame. On the M15, we can clearly see we had this last low which goes this high. Then after that, we've got breakout. So the high which goes this breakout is this high over here. Just because you've got that sort of pullback, that doesn't indicate the market is bullish. In fact, your current market price is bearish. Why? Simply because this is the last external high which goes this low. And this one is internal structure. So price actually created a sell engulfing over here, which made a breakout for H1 time frame itself. All right. So we've got sell engulfing over here. If I go back to H1, I can now confirm where this reaction coming from over here. So that reaction simply coming from M15 internal structure cell engulfing over here. And that M15 structure caused the breakout for H1 external low over here. Okay, hope that's clear. If not, you can rewatch the video over and over and make sure you practice a lot, because I know that's going to take a lot of time and a lot of dedication. I'll see you on the next video.